Hello and welcome to the AI Research Roundup. I'm Alex, and today is May 6th, 2025. So today we're looking at this ICLR conference paper, published about 3.5 months ago, titled From Exploration to Mastery, Enabling LLMs to Master Tools via Self-Driven Interactions. It addresses how large language models, or LLMs, often struggle with poor tool documentation. This paper proposes a novel framework called Draft that's dynamically refining tool documentation through the analysis of feedback and trials to automatically fix this. Alright, so this figure nicely illustrates the core issues in Draft's effectiveness. We see and ask examples of poor documentation, incomplete, or just plain wrong. Then B shows the LLM's learning process, iteratively exploring the tool. And crucially, C presents data where draft-refined documentation is overwhelmingly preferred by LLMs across different benchmarks. This really highlights the improvement. Building on that, this diagram lays out the draft framework. You can see the three main stages on the left: experience gathering with an explorer, then learning from experience via an analyzer, and finally, documentation rewriting. The middle and right parts show how this is optimized and an example of the refined output. It's how the system learns. So after seeing how the system learns, this table 1 from page 7, really quantifies the impact. It compares Draft's performance against other methods like React across different models and datasets. And as you can see, Draft highlighted in bold consistently achieves higher correct path and win percentages. It clearly shows the framework's effectiveness. Okay, and looking at figure 7 from page 8, this really drives home the point about cross-model generalization. We see bar charts for correct path rate and win rate. Notice how documentation refined by one model, say GPT-4o, still significantly boosts the performance of other models like Llama 3-70B and GPT-4o Mini. That's quite a strong result for Draft's refined documentation. Beyond just model performance, Table 4 from page 10 shows human evaluation results. Well, it compares draft-refined documentation, labeled hours, against the original raw documentation on RESTbench and ToolBench. Humans rated, quote, hours, significantly higher for completeness and accuracy, and also for conciseness. This means the refined documentation isn't just better for LLMs, but for people too. Okay, so this table 5 from page 15, presents an ablation study. This means they're testing Draft by removing key components to see how performance changes. Specifically, they look at Draft without its diversity-promoting exploration and without its adaptive termination. Across all models and datasets, the full Draft consistently scores higher on CP% and win%, showing both these components are crucial for its success. Right, so after seeing that both diversity and adaptive termination are key, this next table, Table 7 from page 18, gives us some concrete examples. It compares original or raw tool documentation with the hours versions modified by Draft. You can clearly see how Draft tackles issues like incomplete, ambiguous, redundant, and even inaccurate descriptions, making them much clearer and more useful for the LLM. So these examples really show Draft in action, fixing those documentation flaws. In essence, this work demonstrates that by enabling LLMs to learn from their own interactions with tools, Draft can significantly boost their performance and create documentation that's better for everyone. That's all for this AI Research Roundup. Thanks for tuning in, and I'm Alex.